Well, I've been waiting to make this video for a while, and it's not going as I planned. Well, to summarize up, I have filed as of this past Wednesday, I believe, if I remember correctly. I did decided to do it with a one of those private fast divorce attorneys that you see online. And got the agreement next day. Got the separation agreement also the same next day. And I have apparently not only sent this one through a friend to Danielle to have it signed notarized, but I had it sent again after she signed it without a notary on Friday to have it done yet again. Then she decides to email me while I'm at work and saying, well, since you didn't sign mine last year, notice hers had a discrepancy, which I'll get to in just a second. I'm not going to sign yours. I'm going to a lawyer, and I do use that in air quotes because I know damn well she can't afford one, and decides, oh, she wants to go to the contest route. Which, bear in mind, I was going to basically give her a get out of cheating free card with this. Because I basically, in my separation agreement, didn't ask for anything. Nada. Not even the name revert. But anyway, Danielle sent hers to me April of last year, if I remember correctly. And hers also, as I am going down through this, asks for no alimony, does not ask for the name revert. But going down further to where it says final decree of divorce, which shouldn't even be in this paperwork, it should just be the separation agreement like it is with mine. It says beneficiary designation for any death benefit as defined in subsection B 121-111.1 of the code of our state. Made payable to a former spouse may not automatically be revoked by operation of law upon the entry of final decree of annulment or divorce. If party intends to revoke any beneficiary designation made payable to the former spouse following the annulment or divorce, the party is responsible for following in and all instructions to change such beneficiary designation given. Which means she can very well get my Social Security if I croak, even after a divorce, by her paperwork. Not happening. Which very well I could have signed this and then revoked it later on. But I'm not going to let her have that gloating that, oh, I'm going to get it. And then I turn around and is like, no, bitch, you're not getting it. So, family member tells me not to sign this. So, it has been sitting on my Lenovo 330S. Well, wait a minute, this is not even the S, excuse me, I take that back. My Lenovo 330, that's from 2018. It's been sitting here since then on my desktop. Okay, months later, well, a year later, I decide, oh, I intend to file. So I send her an email. Basically telling her, well, what do you plan on doing? Are you going to go forward with all this the divorce? Knowing darn well I'm not going to sign her paperwork anyway. Or are you going to let me file? I asked for nothing, which I did. I did not ask for anything. And sign the paperwork. Well, she finally decides, she'll let me file. That time has come as of this past Wednesday, and I indeed filed. Now, she has gone back on that and decided, although I've only had 3 business days to get this in, so I've hounded, and basically flamed my voice via email to the point where it would probably sound threatening, but believe me, not. Well, I would say yeah, because now she's not going to sign the paperwork after she just lied Wednesday night via email saying that she would. So, yeah. What I have basically asked for in this separation paperwork, each party mutually and waives any claims he or she may have against each other, including right to spousal support. Didn't want it. Maintenance. Didn't want it. Alimony. Didn't want it until what she decided to pull tonight. And all property rights. Well, she left her TV here, which is now in my mom's room. She's left her bed that she bought, which I am actually sitting on right now. And she has left the AC unit that I am basically looking dead on here, which she has not asked for back. Relinquish of right as executor, meaning if one of us dies, we have no rights to each other. It basically says each party hereby relinquishes any and all rights she may have, she may have thereafter, to be the administrator of the estate of the other party. It's the intention that all respective estates are administered and distributed in all aspects through no marriage and has been solemnized between them. This is what she did not have on her paperwork. So, if I decided to foolishly not call the SSA and say, look, we divorced, she is still basically a beneficiary of my SSA, well, my Social Security stuff, I do not want her to be there. It's not like I would forget to do something like that, but it's very hard to get a hold of these morons. So, yeah. And then, of course, the stuff that wasn't even mentioned, retirement benefits and all that, she wouldn't get that even if I croaked. Because I have none. And, well, I basically waived my right to all of it because I didn't want anything from her. Not even the spousal support. So, yeah. She's in a road for awakening now because I basically handed her a get away with cheating card and she stupidly didn't take it. So, I don't know what she actually wants me to do. And going to the part with Social Security, the part Nothing in this agreement is intended to preclude any party from any rights which that party may be entitled. Waived it. I don't want anything pertaining to her. Nothing. And now she wants to pull this, so I might still say no to that. But I'm going to make her pay to revert her name back to her maiden name. Although she said she would make my life a living hell, quote unquote. Oh, and I don't want to get into that. Because, yeah, I got witnesses to that too. She was abusive. And still, like I said, maybe a couple of update videos ago that night that we got in an argument over, oh, I can't remember what the hell it was, but she slapped me. So this was supposed to be in, well, my agreement was supposed to be in tomorrow to the person that was doing my case. Which now I've had to email and hopefully get back what they didn't use out of the money that I spent. Which I already knew that she was going to end up lying to me anyway, because I don't trust her. Why would you trust a cheating woman? This dude's not an idiot. So, neither one of these agreements mean a hill of beans, because one, I know Danielle does not have a attorney on retainer for her form, so that fast divorce lawyer didn't get shit. And now mine is going to have to refund what they didn't use, in my case, because she won't sign it. So I'm going to have to go an entirely different route with getting her out of my life. And no, I'm not talking about a legal route. I wouldn't be that dumb enough to ruin my life to get rid of her. I'm talking about the legal way. So I'm going to have to end up more than likely filing a contested divorce. Where she would get nothing but having to pay me for what I pay out, which I know she can't pay. The attorney fees, which will be a bitch, and I know also she can't pay. 3, and this one really takes the cake because it's going to take about $300 to revert back to her last name. Not to mention the humility for making her look like an idiot. Because I still have the letter that she left me that day that she decided to up and leave. So yeah, she's really that stupid. And if I knew what I knew now, I wish I could go back to 2016 and leave her at the fucking altar. Because right now, she's really that much of a headache. Why, she's still with her new boyfriend, and I'm still sitting here alone. This is something I'm going to end up having to live with the rest of my life. After I was told, don't do it. And I did it anyway. Like an idiot. But that pretty much sums up what's going on right now. I wish it was better news. I wish it was like, oh, she had it signed and notarized. I'll have it signed and notarized in the morning and emailed and sent back. And, yeah, it backfired. Backfired really. So, yeah. Time for plan B, which would be a contested divorce and embarrassing her probably in open court. Which shouldn't even be the case because majority of guys like myself would probably not see a bleeding dime, and that's why we decided to go the uncontested route and be like, I don't want nothing, and then the spouse ends up pulling this crap. Anyway, this is Drew 8897, and I will update you further on this matter in the future.